Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marston here, and today I want to talk about what I think K. Rool needs in terms of buffs to be more viable in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now I would like to start this off by saying I don't think K. Rool is a horrible character, but there's no denying that he's not that great. He has some qualities that help him really excel in certain matchups. However, there are a lot of matchups where he just does not excel in, and it's really bad. So I figured I'd go over a couple things that I think he could use and would help him a ton. Because I don't need this character to be OP. I actually don't even want that. I just want him to be viable in more matchups than he is. Because I don't mind struggling with some matchups, but my goodness, he has a lot of struggling matchups, which I still deal with it, but I feel like they could do a couple things to help him out. So one thing is, I really feel like they should increase his speed overall, on the ground and in the air. Because I feel like they made him slow because of the fact that he has 2 projectiles and he's a heavy, so they were like, alright, well if we make him too fast, then he might be too strong. And the reason why I feel like this is because Bowser is just insanely fast. And I've thought about it, I'm like, man, why'd they make him so fast? And I think because he doesn't have projectiles, they were like, let's give him a bonus. Because DK isn't that fast, but he has a lot of stuff off of his throws. So I think they tried to find different ways to push the character and pull them back, and I feel like with K. Rool, since he has 2 projectiles, they're like, okay, we gotta pull something back, let's pull back his speed. However, I don't think this is necessary, because the 2 projectiles, in my opinion, aren't that crazy good. They're definitely good, especially Crown, but Blunderbuss is very, very, very slow. And I feel like they may have even slowed him down because they didn't want him to be able to catch up to the cannonball faster, to be able to grab the opponent or whatever, because it is kind of hard to catch up to the cannonball, but that's where, why not just make the cannonball a little bit faster? If he was just a little bit faster, it would change a lot of matchups in my opinion, because his speed affects him a ton. He's already a really big, wide character, so he's getting hit with hitboxes that a lot of characters can avoid. So a lot of times I'm stuck in combos that aren't really true, but they feel more true against K. Rool because he's so big. So you make one wrong option and you're stuck in a string. And you're just stuck. Yeah, you can SDI, but it's not too hard to figure out where K. Rool's going because he's so big. And then spot dodges are worse with him because he's so big. By the time the spot dodge is done, the opponent's hitbox is usually still within his body. So I think speeding him up would help a lot with a lot of these things. The next thing that I think should be buffed is his up air. His up air is very strong. Everything about the up air is perfect except the end lag. It has the most unnecessarily long end lag I've ever seen in this game. I don't have all the stats, but it must be the longest end lag of any up air, if not any aerial. I've never seen anything like it. He laughs for like an hour. And this move is extremely strong. But that end lag, if you go to use it, you just have to fast fall. You have no option. You can't mess around at all. You use up air, you gotta get the hell back on the ground because you're gonna suffer a ton of end lag. And it's crazy because it's not even an option if you're too far off stage because you'll actually just die. And what's funny is I think I actually figured this out during one of my streams why they gave it so much end lag. I think it's because they didn't want it to combo into up B. I don't want to say they got lazy or anything, but I think they saw the potential of up air into up B, and they were like, alright, we don't want this to be true or to happen, and they just gave him a ton of end lag. I know that that theory can be way off, but it's something that I thought of, because there was one game I actually tried to do it, because I had the thought, I was like, wait a minute, I can get up air and then I can go for up B, because they were in like the perfect spot. But I had so much end lag, there was no way that was going to happen. So I think his up air should have less end lag. I don't really think it needs to have that much end lag. The next thing that I think should be buffed is how the blunderbuss suck actually works. Now I think the blunderbuss in general is pretty good, but when you shoot the opponent out, the opponent can't be hit by stuff for way too long. Way too long, because there's times where I shoot the cannonball and I'm able to suck the opponent in, and the cannonball's been flying for a while. I shoot the opponent, they go a pretty far distance, and they still don't get hit by the cannonball. I just think that's really, really lame. I don't think it needs to be that ridiculous. I get why they made the opponent not be able to be hit for a while when they get shot out, but it should not be that long. You should be able to get some combos off of shooting the opponent out if you were able to get the cannonball out. And this leads to the next buff that I think they should do, which they could absolutely change, is You should be able to suck in whenever you want. I really don't get why you have to shoot the cannonball to be able to suck in. It would change so much of K. Rool's playstyle if you could just suck in at any point. And it's not like other characters can't do this, so there's no way they could claim, well, that would be unfair. Kirby can suck in whenever, DDD can suck in whenever. I don't see why you have to shoot the cannonball to be able to suck in. Just thinking about it, there is so many things I could do differently with K. Rool if you were able to suck in whenever. And it'd be such a crazy mix-up because you could suck in for a second and then just shoot the cannonball and then go back to sucking in. It would be insane. And it's not hard to change because they could just change it to where if you tap B, it shoots the cannonball. If you hold B, it sucks in. Easy change. But other than that, I can't really claim any other buffs I'd really want. I know of one that I think is pushing it, which is why I didn't mention it, is that I wish his dash attack did have a hitbox at the end when he falls over. I don't really think it's necessary that he doesn't have that. I think the reason why they didn't is because it has the belly armor, so they didn't want to make it too strong. But man, if you use dash attack and you hit someone's shield, it's over. It's so easy to punish that move if it gets shielded or just outspaced. So I wish they would have given it a hitbox at the end because it really is easy to punish a K. Rool player for going for dash attack. But other than that, I would just be nitpicking on certain moves. Like F smash, to me, its range isn't as good as it should be, but that's not something I could even see them fixing because they'd have to change the animation. I disagree with his intangibility on his up tilt. I know it's crazy to complain about something where he's intangible, but looking at where he's intangible when you use up tilt, it's actually hysterical to me. I can't even believe they put it in the game. It doesn't do anything. So overall, he doesn't really need too much, and he would be way more viable in my opinion. Actually, I did forget to mention something that's actually pretty huge and would change a lot, is there should not be as much end lag on throwing the crown. The crown is very good, and it's a strong projectile, but having that much end lag, as long as the opponent knows about K. Rool's super armor when he throws the crown, you're just going to get punished. It's not as easy as it looks to just throw crown, because you can get punished. And since blunderbuss is so slow as it is, you got to pick your poison. Do you want a projectile that's actually slow, or do you want a projectile that has a ton of end lag? So I would actually rather them get rid of the super armor on throwing crown and just make it so there's less end lag. But other than that, there is nothing else I could think of unless it was just minor nitpicks. So he doesn't need a lot to be more viable in more matchups. So I hope that they look into this character and see that he's not broken, not OP, which most players know this, but a lot of casual players, I can just already tell, they're definitely still getting obliterated by K. Rool. And I think the developers are trying to change him so casual players have a better experience. But that's all I really have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below on what you think about all this. Are there any buffs that I missed that you think you should get? Do you not think you should be buffed? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.